morning from Ireland!
Hello.
Well, I just slept 12 whole hours because yesterday was a very hard day. And if you want to know what happened, I think you're going to have to watch our first day in Ireland video, our 48 hours in Ireland video.
That was a heck of a day, huh?
It was.
Holy crap.
Was. If you can't tell, I have a cold, which made my ears blocked for like almost a whole day as well. But nevertheless, we're here in Ireland and we're really excited to start our proper adventure as of this morning. Today's video is going to be about what it feels like to travel again out of the country for the first time in 2.5 years. So our last trip that was out of the country, was to the US. And it was funny because at the time we were flying home and then we were inside of the airport and all these people were wearing masks and we were like, what are these dumbos doing wearing masks in the airport? Like, what do they think they're going to catch? Little did we know COVID-19 was coming to Canada and we were going to be stuck inside for a really long time. Why were we stuck inside like prisoners? We were stuck inside because we didn't get this thing.
That's what you mean.
We didn't get that thing. And at the beginning, there was like a loophole where like we weren't allowed to leave the country, which in itself is terrifying because like, what if something terrible was about to happen? But there was a loophole where we could still travel within the country on planes and whatnot. So we flew to Alberta, but then they suddenly also removed that and now we weren't allowed on planes, trains, federally regulated transport. So we were stuck in Quebec for quite a long time. Finally, they removed that law. The second that they removed it, we booked this flight to the UK. And very lucky for us, a few days before we left, they removed all federally regulated transportation laws. So we now don't even have to quarantine when we get home, which I'm so happy about.
It's a very big sigh of relief to be able to go into airports and not feel that pressure. Luckily.
Yeah. And not to feel like you're illegal, like you're just an illegal citizen at all times in your life. So anyways, that's why we haven't traveled in 2.5 years. Now, what does it feel like to finally have traveled? That's another story. Because I thought it was going to be like reuniting with a long lost love. I thought it was going to be so amazing. I thought it was going to be like sunshine and rainbows, but I forgot what travel was like.
It was definitely a compilation of a lot of difficulties. And stresses, especially since we decided to book a flight that was, what was it? It was like a midnight flight.
Red-eye flight.
A red-eye flight? Yeah, they kept us awake the whole time.
Well, it just means that it's an overnight flight.
Overnight flight, plus with the time change, so it kind of screwed us up in our times. It was very
I don't
confusing.
think it was actually the time change that screwed us up. It was just the fact that I didn't sleep on the flight. I slept 1 hour. I think you slept 2 or 3 hours max on a 6.5 hour flight. So we didn't really sleep. And then we didn't book like anything actually where we landed, which was in Dublin, Ireland, or as Jeremy likes to say,
Dublin.
We didn't book anything there. We were just planning to like get out of the airport and drive across the country to go to the Cliffs of Moher. Moher? I don't know. But we decided to just drive right there and we were so tired because we didn't sleep. And then we just like took a 1 hour nap in the car. That in itself was like very tiring. We were very cranky, very grumpy. That's why in our other video, the first 24 hours is probably really boring. But there was also like a scare with our cats where we weren't scared they wouldn't have a babysitter for half a fraction of a second. There was also, what else? There were so many things I was like, we need to remember this for the video. And then I forgot them. But it was just like overall a very kind of like stressful experience getting here. We really missed the cats.
Well, stressful. We can't forget that. You know, this girl right here tends to worry, but over worry about many things, you know. So definitely in terms of stress, I don't think it was necessarily stressful. I think it was just a lot of waiting and being forced to stay awake for a lot of the process of making our way here. Although definitely a stressful moment was when we were in Ireland, right? And with the car.
Yeah, but that's going to be that story is going to be on my other vlog because that was just like insane.
We'll get to that. How I felt traveling again was pretty heavy.
Yeah?
I mean, from the very beginning, I'm not that hardcore of a traveler. You know, I am pretty content with staying back in Quebec and traveling around Canada. So to go into international traveling is pretty intense. just to be in 2 flights in one day. One that's short, one that's extremely long, and to get a little bit of a culture shock, although, in Ireland it's not that intense of a culture shock. It's pretty, whoa, that's a lot. It sucks up a lot of your energy. So I definitely appreciated this night's sleep. As you can see, I'm still very tired. Not tired, just slowly waking up. It's going to take me 2 hours.
Do you feel sluggish, no?
Yes, I feel sluggish, but then again, I'm always sluggish.
In the mornings, he always is. And I think for me, in the last 2.5 years, Jeremy and I moved in the middle of the pandemic, moved in together. And I think I've become such a homebody in the last 2.5 years, surprisingly, because I make all my videos about adventuring. But you guys know my history with like homesickness and crying almost every time I leave my house. So for me, I just like really miss my cats. Was like this close to canceling and saying, let's just go home from the Toronto airport. So yeah, I have a harder time leaving home now than I used to. But other than that, I'm like a Sagittarius sun, and rising Cancer. So I'm stepping a lot into my rising Cancer lately in my life. But it's like my sun Sagittarius sign is like, hello, it's me. I'm so happy that we're traveling. That's what it says saying in my brain.
I mean, I don't think it says in your brain. I think it says it the second she wakes up.
Oh.
I'm awake. Hi. Time for an adventure. Hello, Jeremy. Wakes up and is ready to go in a second.
Yeah.
That's just
But other than like the beginning stresses of getting to Ireland, so far I'm excited. We just slept 12 hours. We're waking up with a fresh start. I don't think we're jet lagged anymore because we stayed awake for like 24 hours and then we slept for 12 hours. So I think now we're chilled the fuck out. And I think now we're just excited to get the journey started and to finally see everything. On that note, we will see you on the next one. Bye guys. See you later.